Okay, let's try this again. I watched the video that I previously released, and the audio quality wasn't the best. So let's try this again. This is basically going to be. I'm going to try to make this an ongoing thing for the people in my trading community, just to have a quick overview of my outlook for the week for Bitcoin, and as the alts start to move, that sort of view will. And that analysis will bleed into that front as well. But for now, we'll just talk about Bitcoin. So if we're looking at the cloud, there's a lot of really great things going on here. Two things to note is the 200 EMA here, 200 EMA. We broke through that, and we came back down and retested it. Not only that, but for the cloud traders here, we also broke through the Tenkan on the daily, and we came back down to retested the support there. So these are two very big signals that we're starting to find support on a macro level. We're still seeing a lot of intraday volatility, so I'm going to keep it macro for the sake of this discussion, but this is looking very bullish right now. What I'd like to see going forward is a Chiku that comes through the cloud, and ultimately a Kijun that comes through the cloud as well. If we can get all three of these things, both the Tenkan, the Chiku span, and the Kijun through the cloud, that would be ideal. That's a really great signal of upward momentum and a potential macro break of the downtrend. If we look at the daily B bands, we do see that they're starting to round out. We see that they're starting to round here, but most importantly, the Bollinger Band width is starting to, the slope is negative now, which means that they're starting to narrow. And that basically just means, that doesn't mean that a reversal is near. That just means that the upward volatility is starting to die down, and it does need to consolidate a bit more. And we can see that with the percent B here as well. It's starting to diverge. So ultimately, I do think that we make a new high. I would be surprised to see it close above this new high, though. I think ultimately it makes a B band's M top, where it makes a new high and it comes back down. And I think that would honestly be the best case scenario. We don't want to blow out the bullish steam too fast. So some consolidation would be nice here. If we do manage to make an M top, and we make a new high, the first target for the reversal would just be this B band's midline, which by the time it actually does make the M top and comes back down, I would expect to see a confluence of support with both the 61, the macro 61 here, and then of course the B band's midline. So if we can get a test of the 61, that'd be great, because it's been a key pivot level for the market for a while. If we go back to the market history, you see it pivoted here, boom. It's been a key level. So if we can come back down and test that level and prove support, that would be ideal. Going forward, I'm currently in no leveraged positions. I am holding some Bitcoin that I bought on both the spring and the retest here. But if we do come back down and test the 61, if we do come back down and test the 61 / B band's midline, and we prove to find support, that'll be a great long entry for a futures position on BitMEX if you trade on BitMEX. And yeah, so it does look very bullish. It does appear to be running out of steam, and if we look at lower time frames like the 12-hour, we see that the B bands are starting to round out, and the 6-hour, yeah, they're consolidating on the 6-hour, but you can see here that the steam is kind of just running out. Like the impulses are getting smaller. The volume's growing, which is great, but the impulses are becoming weaker. So I think ultimately this breaks out, makes a new high, but doesn't hold it, and it comes back down here. That's what I'd like to see. In terms of the macro downtrend, this red line that I've got here, I do have it broken right now, and it's finding support on it. So that is, again, another great signal. So I think ultimately what's happening now is if we look at the alts, they're kind of just really having a rough time right now, and I think that's a direct result of the indecision between the bulls and the bears right now. If we find support on the 61, I think we'll see a more decisive move from the alts. But for now, that's all I got. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions or would like any clarification with anything I said, or if you like these videos, then yeah, also let me know that as well. But have a great rest of your day, and yeah, I'll try to drop an update next Monday.